Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our next part of our first chapter, which is geometrical constructions. In the last class, we learned how to draw triangles. We drew triangles with the help of the measurements given of three sides, or two angles and one side, or two sides and one angle, and we also drew right angle triangles with the help of measurements of the hypotenuse which is given to us. So that was all about construction of triangles. Now we move on to the next part of this chapter, which is congruency. Okay. Now what is the meaning of this word congruency or the word congruent? The word congruent means equal in measurement. When you have two geometrical figures which are having the same measurement, then we can say that those two figures are congruent to each other. Okay? They are of the same measurement, equal measurement. Now there is a certain symbol which is used when we write the word congruent. In geometry, we use a lot of shortcuts to write certain words. Okay? So the symbol that we use for writing the word congruent is like this. You draw or you make your equal to sign, and then on top of the equal to sign you make an inverted S. Okay, an S like a figure which you make on top of your equal to sign. Okay, this is the symbol which is used to show congruency. So now we continue further. The first thing that we will be learning under congruency is congruence of segments. As I already explained to you, the word congruence means equal in measure. So if I have to say congruency of segments, it means we are talking about segments which are having the same measurement. Okay? So I will give you the definition for congruence of segments first, and then we will go into the exercise part of it. Okay, so the definition of congruent segments is if the given line segments are equal in length, then they are called as congruent segments. Means if one or more line segments are having the same measurements, then they are called as congruent segments. I want you to copy this down, and then I'll give you the further examples. now we continue further. I am going to draw some line segments on the board, and I am giving you the measurements of those line segments. So you have to tell me which line segments are having the same measurement and which line segments are congruent to each other. Okay, so children, if you look at the board, I have drawn two segments over here. Here I have drawn PQ, segment PQ, and here I have drawn segment AB. Okay, and I have written the measurements for these particular segments: 6 centimeters, 6 centimeters. So in this case, I can say that segment PQ and segment AB both are having the same measurement, which is 6 centimeters. So when I have to write this down, I will write it in this way. Segment PQ is perpendicular to segment AB. Okay. Now how will I write this? First of all, we see are the two segments having the same measurement. I have drawn segment MR 8.2 centimeters and segment XY 8.2 centimeters. So the measurement is the same. So we will write the statement: segment MR is congruent to segment XY. Okay, so this is how we write in words whether or not the given segments are congruent to each other. Please copy this down and then we'll continue further. Just a reminder, dear students, if you do not complete the writing work within the time frame, you can pause the video and then you can continue further. Your practice set 6, the first question says, write the names of the pairs of congruent line segments. So you have to look at the diagram which is given in your textbook and write the names of the segments which are congruent to each other. I'm going to draw the diagram on the board now. Okay, so children, this is the diagram which is present in your textbooks for practice set 6, the first question. Now, how will you tell which segment is congruent to the other? So for that, the first thing you have to do is take your rulers, keep it on your diagram in the textbook, and find out the measurement for each of these line segments. Okay, we don't want the measurement of this entire line segment. We want the segment from the middle, which is over here, which is your point G. Okay, alright. So it will be like segment MG, segment NG, BG, RG, CG, EG, and DG. That is the measurement you will find out for each of this small line segments. Okay, you will place your ruler over here and find out the measurements for each of these segments and write the measurement next to that particular line. Okay, so I have used a ruler on the textbook and found out the measurements, and I'm going to write down the measurements over here. So this over here is 2.5 centimeters, then over here this is 3 centimeters, this over here is again 2.5, then over here this is 2 centimeters, this is 2.5 centimeters, and this is also 2.5, and this line over here is 3 centimeters. Okay, so I have written all the measurements. I have found out all the measurements of these line segments, and now I have to see which measurements are the same. I have got MG 2.5, I've got NG 2.5, I've got RG 2.5, and I've got EG 2.5. So I have got 4 line segments which are all having the same measurement of 2.5 centimeters. So all these 4 line segments are congruent to each other. So how will I write it down? I will write it down over here, the first pair. Okay, so starting with over here, segment MG is congruent to segment NG is congruent to segment RG is congruent to segment EG. Okay, this means all these 4 segments are congruent to each other. Then we have another pair which is 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters. BG and CG, both of them are 3 centimeters. So I can write one more pair of congruent segments, which is segment BG congruent to segment CG. Okay, and then there is one more segment which is left over here, segment EG, which is I have segment BG, which is 2 centimeters. Is there any other segment which is also 2 centimeters? No. So it means that segment DG is not congruent to any of the other segments. So we don't have to write anything about that particular segment. Okay, so please copy this down and we'll continue further. number line which is given, and they are saying that on the number line there are shown, and the distance between each of the points is equal. Okay, so let me just draw the number line on the board over here first. Right, so I have drawn the number line. Let me make the points which are shown over there. Okay, so these are the points which are shown on the number line. Q, P, Z, Y, X, W, A, B, C. Okay, and it is said that the measurement between each of these points is the same. All these points are at an equal distance from each other. Okay, so what we have to do is there are some fill in the blanks which are given. You have to fill up those blanks with the correct numbers. With the correct letters. The first one which is given over there, segment AB. Segment AB is this much, which means it is 1 unit, it is made up of one part. So which other segment is also made up of one part? We can say segment QP, or segment PZ, or segment ZY, YX, XW, WA, BC. All these tiny parts are only made up of one unit. So I can select any one part as per my choice and say that that part is congruent to segment AB. Okay, so I am selecting this first part. I am going to write segment AB is congruent to segment QP. Okay. The next part is given to you as segment AP. Segment AP is congruent to which part? Now segment AP, A is over here, P is over here. Okay, so let me just mark it for you so that it becomes a little easier. A is over here and P is over here. In between A and P, how many units are present? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units are present between A and P. So now I have to select any other line segment which is also of 5 units. Let me start selecting from here, from point Q. Okay, if I start with point Q, I need to select 5 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am reaching the point W. So I can say that QW is congruent to segment AP. Okay, because segment AP consisted of 5 units and my segment QW also consists of 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can select from this side also, you can select from this side also, anywhere that you wish, but you have to make sure how many units is shown by this first part. The same number of units has to be shown by the part that you are selecting. I'll do one more sum and then the remaining 3 you will do it yourself. The next one is segment AC. Okay, segment AC, let's see how many units it is made up of. Segment, I'll just rub this out. Segment A is here and the point A is over here, the point C is over here. In between A and C, how many units you have? You've got 1, 2 units. Okay, so I can now select any other segment which is also of 2 units. So let me see if I have to select from the point Z, 1 unit, 2 units over here. So I am selecting this much, ZX. Okay, so AC is of 2 units and ZX is also of 2 units. So this is how you can select any 2 points of your choice as per the units which is already given over here. Okay, so please copy this down. Okay, with this now, dear students, I'm going to end this particular video, and the next video that I will be uploading to you, that will be the last video for this particular chapter. So till then, dear students, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.